If you like your laughs with a splash of the red stuff, chances are you can already quote every line from Fargo, accent and all, and you think about Heathers whenever you get a slushie.
Our love is God. Let's go get a slushie.
While plenty of dark comedies are bona fide classics, there are a slew of other nuanced, hilarious, and joyfully destructive movies that may have slipped under your radar. Here are some lesser-known dark comedies that'll have you laughing the pain away. Arsenic and Old Lace. It's a classic of the subgenre, but many younger movie lovers have missed out on the incredible 1944 dark comedy Arsenic and Old Lace. The movie stars Cary Grant as Mortimer Brewster, a pretty normal guy who is shocked to learn that his two elderly aunts have developed a nasty habit of slaying all their gentlemen callers.
You think my aunts are sweet, charming old ladies, don't you? Well, there's 13 bodies buried in the cellar.
The movie, which is based on the play of the same name by Joseph Kesselring, is entirely bizarre from start to finish, with pitch-black jokes that still hold up today. While the Brewster family is definitely not one you'd want to be a part of, their lethal antics make for a timeless dark comedy. Barton Fink.
The important thing is we all wanted to have that Barton Fink feeling. I mean, I guess we all have that Barton Fink feeling. But since you're Barton Fink, I'm assuming you have it in spades.
The Coen Brothers have written and directed several classic dark comedies, and although you've likely seen many of their films, there are still some hidden gems in their filmography. This includes the hauntingly surreal 1991 film Barton Fink, which features John Turturro as a playwright who discovers the seedy side of Hollywood when he takes a job writing for a movie studio. As Turturro's Barton Fink quickly learns, the hotel he's staying at is more than just a dump. It's also home to a brutal madman who seems to be targeting people close to Barton. John Goodman stars in the film as Fink's, unique neighbor, while Tony Shalhoub also makes an early career appearance. Less a bloodbath like Fargo and lacking the laugh-out-loud sensibilities of the Big Lebowski, Barton Fink is a comedic and yet deadly serious tale of writer's block and the classic Faustian bargain. In other words, it's a thinking man's dark comedy. In Bruges. Colin Farrell is a hitman with a conscience in Martin McDonagh's 2008 dark comedy action film In Bruges. The movie features Farrell in a Golden Globe-winning performance as Ray, a hitman who retreats with his mentor Ken to Bruges, Belgium after a hit gone wrong.
You two are weird. Would you like some cocaine?
The movie, which earned an Oscar nomination for Best Original Screenplay, also features great supporting performances from Ralph Fiennes as Ray's boss Harry and Clemens Posey as his love interest Chloe. Although there are plenty of funny moments, the movie is really a story about redemption, slipping a strong message and a surprisingly insightful examination of mortality under the veil of humor. Ingrid Goes West. Aubrey Plaza's Instagram envy goes off the rails in Ingrid Goes West, which features the former Parks and Recreation star as Ingrid, a troubled young woman who decides to move out west and befriend LA socialite Taylor, played by Elizabeth Olsen. They quickly forge a bond, but the facade soon begins to crack, leading to a darkly funny conclusion. Ingrid Goes West definitely pushes the boundaries of comedy, blurring the line between personal trauma and dark humor. While the movie features impressive backup performances from Olsen, O'Shea Jackson Jr., and Wyatt Russell, it's Plaza who really shines, showing that her acting range goes far beyond Park's April Ludgate. Ingrid Goes West will make you laugh, but with Plaza at the helm, it'll also give you all the feels.
What's your biggest emotional wound?
What?
It's our question of the day.
What We Do in the Shadows.
When you're a vampire, you become very sexy.
Taika Waititi's What We Do in the Shadows is a vampire movie for people who hate vampire movies. The film follows the movements of 4 vampire roommates, played by Waititi, Jermaine Clement, Jonathan Brew, and Ben Francham, as seen through the lens of a documentary crew. The 4 vampires in question all live together, and they have the same conflicts that any human roommates would have.
Point is, Deacon, that you have not done the dishes for 5 years.
Vladislav is right. It's unacceptable to have so many bloody dishes all over this bench like that.
Things get even more tense for the roommates when they have to deal with the newly turned Nick, whose reckless behavior threatens to expose their secrets. Putting a human touch on the film makes the movie a very different take on the vampire genre, and Waititi's always on-point sense of humor makes it a coffin full of laughs from start to finish. Slither. Written and directed by Guardians of the Galaxy's James Gunn, the horror comedy Slither features a group of small-town residents dealing with the sudden appearance of an alien parasite that has the ability to take over people's bodies and minds.
Oh my god, baby, what happened to your face?
It's just a bee sting.
Fans of Guardians of the Galaxy will be familiar with the film's antagonist, Michael Rooker, who plays Yondu in the MCU. Rooker is incredible as the infected Grant Grant. Elizabeth Banks co-stars, providing Rooker solid backup as his clever wife, Starla. The movie also features an impressive performance from the always charming Nathan Fillion, making it a thoroughly enjoyable, if pretty damn gross, horror ride. Thanks for watching! Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel, plus check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.